Hello, my beautiful people. I just want to say hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to your year ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I just want to say at this start of a brand new year 2021, a massive, huge, heartfelt thank you from me, from my heart, literally to yours, just to say a huge thank you for everything that you guys have helped me build, everything that Radiant Reality has become. Radiant Reality has had an amazing, phenomenal year. And I really believe that is down to all of you guys who have made it possible. Coupled with my hard work and your love and support, there has literally been it's been like the sky has been the limit. And I know that sounds really cheesy and corny, but it really is true. And I just wanted to put this at the beginning of all videos just to let everybody know that I'm truly, truly grateful. And I feel so much love and gratitude from every single one of you for the love, the support, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Those of you amazing people who, my inner sanctum, the members. It's been really, really an amazing year, and it's been an honor as well to be of service to everybody as best I possibly can. There is so much more to come. As I'm sure you can imagine, there's always something cooking in the cauldron with Rafi. And if you've been with me long enough, you know that that is the case. So I just wanted to say that a massive thank you so much for all of your love, all of your support, all of what you have helped create Radiant Reality, or what you've helped to make Radiant Reality into. I started this, this channel, and you guys make it. That's the kind of, the way that I see it. And I truly, totally believe that that is true. So with all of that said, as always, I wish you an abundance of all that love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance for the new year ahead. Make 2021 your best year yet. Regardless of what happens, there are always ways to strive, there are always ways to thrive, and there are always ways to succeed. All you need to do is ask the universe, and they will be available to you. With that said, let's get into your 2021 taroscope. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hi Leo, welcome to your 2021 overview for your taroscope with me, Raphael. Let's get straight into it. I would like to bless, as always, my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So for your overview this year, we have actions that you should pursue, money and materials, your career and business, love and relations, and we also have your warning card, what you need to be aware of, what you might need to stay away from. For your actions and for your actions that you should pursue this year, we have the Magician card. I love this deck, by the way, they're so beautiful. So we've got the Magician card, right? So this is about reaching for that expansion. This is about letting people see you for all of your glory, but it's also about you manifesting your dreams. Actions that you should pursue this year are write that book, get yourself out there, hire somebody that does marketing, ask somebody to teach you how to present yourself, whether this is a YouTube channel, whether it's writing a book, whether it's writing a blog. This is a year for you to say what it is that you need to say. What is it that you have as a unique message to share with the world? This is the year, Leo, for you to present yourself to the wider world stage. It's a year where you could absolutely shine. It's a year where you could really be seen and also be very, very well received. Now, the other thing with the Magician card as well, this very often sees us having this, and it's not even like the spark of an idea, that would be more the Fool card. This is now like specifically heading towards a certain direction or a specific trajectory. This is about taking that idea from the concept and starting to put it out there in the world. This is about launching something into the world and creating that life or that world that you so deeply want, need, and desire in your life. This could be a really great year for you, as long as you have the guts and the bravery to go after it, to speak your truth, to stand your ground and do your thing. This could be a great year for you. So for our money and materials, we have the Justice card. So what we're being asked for this year is true commitment. If you want to make more money, if you want to welcome more finances, prosperity, abundance, this is a year where you've got to commit to everything that you do, right? This is about you sticking for it. This is about a year as well where you are chasing those bigger contracts. This could be a year where the universe basically says to you, you want more money? What are you going to put in? If you want more finance, if you want more abundance, what are the ideas that you have? How can you present yourself? Also, if you're thinking about teaching, if you're thinking about mentoring, maybe becoming a coach, stepping out onto the wider world stage, all of this stuff is here for it. Your Justice card as well, when it comes to specifically your money, this is about no longer waiting for other people to tell you that you can be abundant, no longer waiting for other people to tell you that you can be rich. This is about deciding that you want that and going after it with everything that you have. The other thing as well, when this comes to your physical health and vitality, the Justice card rules Libra, and so therefore this is your lower back, this would be your kidneys, all of that general area. You want to make sure that you're, and that's really interesting, actually, really interesting, because I know that if you have challenges to the lower back or issues with the lower back or lower back pain, it actually translates as worry about finances, worry about money. So keeping that area of your physical body this year is going to be vital, not only for your health, but also for your money, right? So if you're having those things, think about the way that it calibrates in your body. And then finally, for your home and environment, it looks like something about, and I said this previously, for a lot of last year, I said that Leos would be moving, something about the home would be coming up for review or for change, and it looks like here we are, right? For your come on brain, your home and environment, the Justice card. For some of you, this could be literally you signing the contract of a new home. For others, this could be you buying a new home. You've got the Magician card there. Is that your biggest goal or biggest dream? This could be the year that makes it happen. And also, remember, the Justice card is all about the paperwork, the documentation. And then you've got the Magician card there, which is going for it. So really, really interesting. For your career and business, this year we have the Devil card, right? So, few things. For those of you that are employed by, by a company, by a boss, all the rest of it, this could be a year where maybe you feel like you are stuck in a rut. And if that is the case, you're going to have to speak about how you feel about the duties that you have. You're going to have to really go in for it. This is about letting the powers that be or the person in charge know, I don't feel like I'm valued here. I don't feel like my skills are being utilized enough. This is about digging yourself out of that rut. Remember, you've got the Magician card as actions that you should pursue. This is about putting yourself forward. So this is not a year, if you are employed by somebody else, this is not a year to sit back and silently whinge, moan and seethe about the fact that you're not, that you're not elevating. This is a year to get really productive and say, right, okay, you know what? I want a better position. I want more money. I want to go after this, this and this. I want to be used more by the company. This is a year where you've got to put yourself out there, Leo. For those of you that are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, this is a year where you may find that there are challenges either with employees. This could be a time where you are maybe having some issues around what you're stuck in. Some of the old ways of doing things are not going to work this year. 2021 is a 5-year. 5 is all about change, movement, sex, drugs, rock and roll, sensuality. It's about new and innovative things. It asks you to sample and try different things. But this is not a time to it's not a time to just stick with what you know and say, well, it's worked up until now, because you may find this year that what has worked up until this moment will not work any further. For your love and relations, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this could be a great year for love. There's a lot of opportunities here. There is a lot of opportunities for you to meet people, to do some mixing and some mingling. This is, you could be meeting several potential suitors, and it looks like whoever you are, this is for those of you that are specifically single, whoever you are aligning with this year, the chances are this is going to be somebody that is either very powerful or somebody that is like a handsome stranger, somebody that comes from a very different background to you, or a different outlook, maybe a different religion, maybe a different country. This person is likely to be very different from you. That is going to broaden your horizons, expand your understanding and your wisdom, you know, work your body at the same time. You know, like, this could be a great year for love, and there's a plethora of opportunities to meet people, to mix, to mingle, to get out there. So I love this. For those of you that are partnered, long-term relationship, or even married, this could be about you guys deciding that where you are now no longer works. This is about you saying, right, okay, you know what? We want to move. We want to be elsewhere. There's something about your environment this year that, especially for those of you that are married, that is changing. For those of you that are single, side note, it may be that the person that you meet ends up taking you further afield. So really, really exciting, really exciting. Great year for love, I believe. And then for your warning, you have the Fool card, right? So this is a year where you want to take any risks that you take must be calculated. There's no get rich quick schemes here. There's no shortcuts. This is not a year where you can just launch into something haphazardly. If you're going to do something, you need to have made sure that you have done the research, make sure that you've done the background, make sure that you've done the recon, right? This is not a year for you to just make sort of half-cocked decisions and run towards something. This is also a year where if you are going to travel, just because you've got the devil card there as well, if you are going to travel, this would not be like, don't get me wrong, if you're going on holiday, have drinks, enjoy yourself, you know, party. But this is not a year to go out and, you know, get absolutely hammered and all the rest of it, because the chances are, if you're on your travels this year and you drink to excess, or you even party in some possibly illegal way, it could either have some sort of health drawback, or it could end up going horribly wrong. So that's the warnings this year that you want to be really aware of. You know, the Fool card coupled with the Devil card, that's like a vice, or you know, maybe even a taboo that ends up either being revealed or getting you into some sort of trouble. So just be careful and cautious. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you for your 12-month spread. See you soon. 12-month tarot with me, Raphael. Before we start, let me bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path, or should I say us, on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So for the year ahead, right, for 2021, let's see what the first card out is. Remember, this first card kind of sets the tone. It's a little bit of a prelude, as we say, to you know, to the energy of the year. So let's see what it is and how we're starting. For that, we have the Strength card. Love it, right? So what does this say? This says that we are marching into the year 2021 as who we truly are at a heart and soul level. This is about you being in your courage, being in your authenticity, and being more the Leo than we ever are or ever have been up until this point, right? And that's not to say we've been inauthentic up until now. It's just saying that as we come into this new year, we are going to be speaking and living our truth. And ultimately, with the Strength card, this is about having the courage to walk your path, right? It's about having the courage and the heart to be who you are unapologetically. This is about having the strength and the courage to face anything that may come up for you over the course of the next 12 months. Here in January, this is about you presenting yourself to the world in some respect, to say, this is who I am now. This is how I'm stepping forward. This is what I choose to bring into the world. This is quite interesting as well, because I know I know what I'm doing towards the end of the year, so I'm really intrigued to see, you know, the fact that this has come up here. All will be revealed soon, my people. All will be revealed soon. So let's have a look, see at what the the clarifying card is for that, if I don't throw them all over the place. We have the Knight of Pentacles, right? So this is going to be how we start the year, but it's also got to be a moment how we it's not even just about how we start the year. This is a message that says basically this year we're going to have to be consistent. How you start this year is going to be how you have to continue this whole year, right? So in a way, and I can't remember what other sign I said this to. I kind of see 2021, certainly for Leo people, Aquarius people, and maybe a couple of other signs, but I can't remember who they are now off the top of my head. That 2021 is going to be the true start of the decade for you, right? And I absolutely love this. We've got the Knight of Pentacles on top of the Strength card. This is about steadily and slowly building who it is that you're going to be and showing up for yourself in a way that you probably, or maybe haven't up until now. Now, on a really practical level, this kind of suggests that in January you are either buying a new car, looking for a new car, or maybe looking for a car that is more suitable to what your needs actually are from here on in. There is a strong sense of independence coming through here in January. So whether this is independence from the day job, independence from a partner, you know, like there's a strong sense of you really stepping into the year in a very personal way. So January is going to present you, like I said, for a lot of you, this will be about on a really mundane sort of earthly level. This is about a new car, something that is more practical or more suited to what your actual needs are. But on an internal level, this is about you showing up in a way that you truly haven't before. And it sees you very focused because the Knight of Pentacles has a very strong Capricornian influence. It sees you very, very focused in the in January on the career. So January could be a powerful time for you for planning, but it could also be a powerful time of declaration. For your February 2021, you have the Magician card. Talk about a declaration, right? So here in February, this is about you literally putting your ideas into action. Now, you might not be seeing the total results from these, but you are starting the year very strong, very powerful, more yourself than you have been in a long time. February is going to see you speak in your mind. It's going to see you enacting some of your ideas. Now, when I say enacting some of your ideas, remember this is going to be the first of the Mercury retrogrades in the sign of Aquarius, which is your direct opposite in the zodiac, so your 7th house. If you're an ascendant Leo, it will especially be your actual 7th house. Now, your Mercury retrogrades this year are going to be February, June and October. Why? Because they're all happening in air signs. So Mercury every year will shift the element that it has its retrograde in. And so, you know, these air retrogrades of Mercury, I think, are going to be a lot happier and easier for all of us, really. I love this, right? This Magician card, this is you forging ahead with your plans. This could be you gaining some sort of recognition as well. This could be you being received for an idea that you have or something that you're presenting to the world, but you could really do very well. Remember, the Magician card very often sees people reaching the height of their game. This sees some sort of big recognition or even accolade. And this comes up with the King of Swords, right? So I have to say I'm very happy about this pairing. Just because the King of Swords can be an air sign person, so this would be an Aquarius, a Gemini or a Libra. This is somebody that is a very powerful person, somebody that could really help you get ahead. For those of you that are single, February could see you meeting somebody or aligning with somebody in a professional sense, but I get the sense that there's like a crossover here. So it could be that you meet somebody through your work or through your business, and that person ends up becoming something more at a later date. Whatever seeds are being sown here in February, I think we're going to see or feel the echo from them at a later point this year, which is really exciting. So on a relationship wise, like I said, whatever it is, it's just an introduction for now. It's not much more than that. On a business and professional level, this is fantastic. Whatever ideas you're moving ahead with, there could be a contract in it for you. There could be some sort of broadcasting. So this could be TV. It could be radio, it could be you on the wider world stage presenting, it could be you asking somebody asking you to give a speech or to give a talk of some sort. This is just really, really great news, I think, when it comes to the career, and the reach that you have is going to expand this year, which is fantastic. For March 2020, we have the Hierophant card. So as February, you're kind of putting yourself, your name, your business, you know, maybe even, I mean, if you're employed, this could be just that as well, you know, gaining some sort of recognition, getting a promotion of some sort. Like, this is really potent stuff. I love it. So in March with the Hierophant card, so this could see you aligning with a governing body, a person that is in power, in a position of power. It could also see you working for, with, or under a very well-known either corporation, you know, a network of some sort. It could be you know, yeah, it could just be you aligning with a really big entity of some sort, coupled with the Nine of Cups. So if you have ever found yourself wishing that your career could grow or would grow, or that you could gain some sort of recognition, or you could maybe there's, like, if you're a business owner, or you know, a contract worker, maybe you've always said to yourself, you know what, I want that government contract, or you know, I want that corporate contract, something big, something that where you're aligning with something or someone that is bigger than yourself, that could really help maximize your reach, your understanding, or even just your prominence in your chosen field. March looks like a power month. This is a prayer or a wish that's being answered, that is truly going to make you happy, or truly going to make you smile. And it sees you aligning with an entity, a corporation, a government, a governing body, or something that is bigger than yourself. And it's kind of like you're leveraging, it's almost like they're you know, they're leveraging your talent, and in return what you get is some sort of big you know, some sort of big recognition of some kind. So yeah, this is really exciting. For April 2020, we have the Judgment card. This is really interesting. So across the board, no matter what deck I've been using, the Judgment card seems to be coming up a lot for April. Now, the Judgment card is close to the Hierophant card, and these two cards have been quite close to each other in a lot of the readings as well, which tells me that on the wider world stage, when it comes to, you know, the bigger corporations and entities, one of them this year is likely to fold or to liquidate. It also tells me that there's going to be some sort of shift or switch in a government of some sort. I don't know which one, but if it's showing up in the cards, it means that it's, you know, it's obviously going to be one of the bigger ones, because it means that it's going to affect a lot of people if it's showing up consistently as a signature. On a personal level, the Judgment card means that April's going to see you making a very big step, or maybe even a very big, bold statement. This could be a moment where you're stepping forward with something that maybe not necessarily is shocking to people, but it might be something that, you know, makes a few heads turn, let's say. And this is coupled with the Hanged Man. So April is a powerful month for spiritual work. This would be a good time for you to dedicate yourself to some kind of spiritual work or spiritual practice. If 2020 has taught me anything, it's that the power of a true, strong and honest and devotional spiritual practice is so important for the days ahead, and vital, not just for your spiritual health, but also for your mental health, for your emotional health as well. If you don't have one, April 2021 is probably likely going to be a time where you think to yourself, you know what, I need something that is above and beyond the material realm. So this could see you really looking into that kind of thing. It could be ancestor practice, spiritual work, it could be prayer, like literally anything of that nature. Now, with the Hanged Man here present, remember, this is it's a request for you to kind of take a moment. So although you're making a big step here in April, the message is, if you are going to make that big step, do it slowly, carefully and deliberately. There's nothing about April that has to be fast, bold, off the chain and ostentatious. It just needs to be slow, steady progression. It looks like you might be making a move as well behind the scenes. So whatever you're doing in April, it might be a big, bold move, but it's certainly something that not everybody is going to be privy to or know about you. Excuse me. So another thing that I have to mention here as well, sorry, I've got that itchy nose thing going on at the moment, and it drives me mad. In 2021, which is a 5-year. We're talking about sensuality, sexuality, sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's not just those things though, it's also the experience of the 5 sense world. It is where movement and travel and, it's a very fun, vibrant energy. This year, we could see a lot of people giving themselves over to hedonism. You might see a lot of, celebrities being dragged in the papers, for doing all kinds of craziness. It was definitely a potential underneath the 2021 year because it's a 5 vibration. We're also going to see new things, new advancements when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to technology. Embrace these things this year. Embrace the new, embrace the technical. If you are studying anything this year, get into the technicality of it, become good at it at a technical level, as well as like just being able to present whatever it is that you do. For May 2021, we have the Emperor. All right, so I like this actually because it kind of suggests to me, in a way, this could be us really committing to working with the powers that be. If you are employed, this could be your boss. On a personal level, this could be a partner or the most important guy in your life, or even a father figure. In a lot of ways as well, the Emperor tends to represent the smaller institutions that make up the bigger so your universities, schools, hospitals, all of those kinds of things, places of learning very often come underneath the Emperor. So May could be a time where you're choosing to study or where you're choosing to gain some sort of skill, some sort of recognition through your qualifications. Remember what I said, you want to be technically good at whatever it is that you're doing. So if you're a dancer, learn to be a technical dancer. If you're a tarot reader, learn to be a technical tarot reader. If you're an astrologer, learn all of the techniques, the background behind them. Get a good foundation for whatever it is that you're doing at that kind of level. And the reason I say that is because this year, that kind of energy is going to be more favored than, let's say, the overall presentation or the aesthetic. All right. So to clarify on this, we have the 2 of Swords. For those of you that are looking to study something to do with the psychic, mystical, or occult arts, May is a brilliant month for that. If you're looking to study anything to do with psychic awareness, tarot, numerology, astrology, anything like that, May is a really powerful month for this. It's also going to see you really focused. This could see as well, you might have challenges or issues come up with parents this month. This could be a powerful month where you're clashing with somebody like that, or maybe for some of you with a boss. So this is just something you want to be aware of. I'm not so worried about this because I'm, technically my own boss. If I'm honest, I have, whatever my sub count is, I always say that that's how many bosses I have. You guys are the boss. I work for you, right? That's how it works, to be of service. For June, you have the Devil card. So June might be the month where all Leo people are kind of like, well, we're into summer, and at the end of the day, if everybody else is giving themselves over to hedonism, why don't I sort of jump on the bandwagon? Now, I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. What I am saying is don't do something that you're later going to regret or could possibly be career ending. Okay, so getting drunk and streaking down the football pitch, probably not something you want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just a time where you could be more susceptible to your temptations. So June, you want to be really cautious and careful about that. The other thing with the Devil card as well, this tends to be where we give our power away. It highlights something to us about what we are kind of saying, like, oh, I didn't have a choice, or, I can't do anything about that, or do you know what I mean? Like, it tends to present us with, it tends to present us with something about ourselves where we're kind of maybe copping out. And then you couple that with the Emperor. So we've got a double hit of the Emperor card. This, like I said earlier, right, we could see stuff happening with celebrities, but just as easily we could see something happening with politicians. May or June might reveal something about somebody in power that everybody is kind of like, you know, to arms, you know, about. Like, this would be a time as well when it comes to your work. You may find yourself, you might find that the career and the personal life are at odds in June. It might be that you know, you want more enjoyment and freedom, and you know, the work, especially because of whatever's happening as of February, might be demanding more from you. And it might be like, oh, you know, I wish I had more time to myself, or I wish I had a bit more freedom. You might be feeling the rigidity of the work or the career around June. So this is just something for you to kind of think about. And remember what I said earlier, just in jest, about something that you do being possibly career ending. June is a time for you to really keep a hold of yourself, all right? For July, you have the Lovers card, all right? So love abounds here in July, whether you are meeting somebody new, connecting with somebody new. For those of you that are single, July looks like a really great month for it. This could be somebody that you meet in the summer. Maybe you're having a bit of a summer fling. Definitely possible. For those of you that are already partnered or in long-term relationships, this is something about your connection is being highlighted or enhanced here in July, which is really nice. And you've got the Knight of Wands. So for those of you that are single, you're meeting somebody either on your travels or abroad. July looks like a month where you are very likely to be traveling. Funnily enough, January could be a month where you're traveling as well. You might be surprised by this as well, because I get the sense that it will come up spontaneously. Like, it's not going to be something that's planned. You may just have to go on a journey of some sort of off the bat. For those of you that are partnered or in long-term relationships, this is you and your partner taking a trip. This is you and your partner really enjoying your time together. This is a very sexy month, very sensual month. You've got the Lovers card with the Knight of Wands. This could be anything from, you know, you guys having some adult fun time together on your holiday, right through to having, you know, an experience with a third or a fourth or maybe more, you know, in July. Now, I'm not saying that everyone's into that. I'm just saying it's definitely a possibility. The sexual energy in June and July is very, very high. So this could be the time where, you know, it gets hot outside and it gets hot inside as well. So, but for those of you that are partnered, this is a really beautiful energy because you guys are connecting on that level. This is going to be the month where you and your partner are traveling. For those of you that are single, you'll be meeting somebody on these travels. Nice. For August, happy damn birthday for those of you that are celebrating in July, and for those of you that are celebrating in August. Remember to fill the day of your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want this whole year to have in it for you. So, you know, go and see friends, do a little bit of traveling, buy yourself something nice, pamper yourself on that day. Let other people pamper you. Learn something, read something, you know, do something physical. Don't sit around, because it's kind of like when you imprint your solar return with things, it tends to bring those things to you throughout the year. So, you know, fill that day with a little bit of everything. We have the, excuse me, Empress here, right, in August, which is beautiful. This is you feeling happy and fun and vibrant. This is a much more enjoyable month than you've had probably throughout the year. Don't get me wrong. I mean, up until now, there's been some good months, but I think August is going to be the time when the sun comes into your sign where you will truly be shining in a way that feels sort of more aligned and more vibrant. This could also be a time where you are sowing the seeds for what it is that you want to do next, or what it is that you plan to do next. This could be a time where, although there's a lot going on sort of physically and externally, there'll be a lot going on internally about what you decide your next steps might look like. And look at that, you got the King of Pentacles, an earth sign male, very likely to be a Taurus, is going to feature for you in August. So King of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Very often, the King of Pentacles is someone that is, again, smart, wise, somebody that is usually quite well off as well, financially very settled, very well off. This could be, you know, they tend to be slow, steady, very sensual, believe it or not. The King of Pentacles, although maybe not so spontaneous, tends to be somebody that is very sort of, you know, like they just have that innate kind of about them, right? And coupled with the Empress, this is somebody that could be either very good looking or very charismatic. This could be somebody that's got a great voice, you know, somebody that speaks really well. This could, I mean, for those of you that are single, July and August look like real power months for you meeting somebody that could absolutely boil your blood. Do you know what I mean? Like somebody that could just really set you on fire. For those of you that are partnered already, July and August are months where you and your partner are just really feeling yourselves and each other. And August, this is a spike or a peak in the money, right? In the finances, in your material world or your material experience. For those of you that are single, you could be meeting somebody that wants to jet you off here, there and everywhere. Somebody that has, you know, the resources to take you to nice places and take you for nice dinners and all the rest of it. Or you could be doing this for your damn self. I mean, we're Leos after all, right? Come on. So August so far is the power month for you. For September, we have the World card. All right, so this is nice. Finally, a break from the heavy. September does appear to be a bit of a murky month. I say this because, yeah, I need to tell you about this as well. I did a life path reading series for 2021. So if you know your life path number, there is a reading for you for the whole overview of the year. It talks about the numerology and obviously the 12-month breakdown. There's a link there'll be like a little link somewhere, so click on that. And also, if you don't know your life path number, there is a video where I show you how to calculate your life path number. So check those out. And the reason I say this is because in those, I noticed trends and themes for certain months, and throughout 2021 in the sign videos, I've noticed that September seems to be a bit of a murky or a challenging month. So I kind of feel like September, as the World card is here, maybe we could be seeing something literally happen on that wider world stage. On a personal level, the World card sees you gaining something or come in full cycle, which is really nice. And it comes with the Five of Swords. So literally September, we could be seeing something break out on the wider world stage. We could be seeing, now I don't want to say war, but we could see some form of a dispute that kind of goes back and forth. I'm not sure it's actually going to turn into some full-blown issue, but I definitely feel that there's going to be something happening out there in the wider world stage. Now, some new level, some new direction that you want to go in. It looks like there are challenges to that. So it may be that there is some paperwork that comes up that needs to be looked at. It might be that there's some kind of red tape that comes up for you in September for a move that you want to make. It also suggests as well that there's not going to be it's not going to be as smooth or as plain sailing as you would like. And it's interesting as well. Look at the cards for June, where we've got that second Mercury retrograde for the year. October, we have the Tower card. Third Mercury retrograde of the year. So with the Tower card, remember, this is big shocks, big moments of surprise, sometimes big moments of liberation. But remember, with the Tower card, whatever you think you're going to get or whatever you think is going to happen, it's usually the opposite and vice versa. The Tower card is very much like the Uranian kind of energy. It says Mars on this card, which is kind of true as well, because it's got that sort of blasting, cutting, destroying, ending kind of energy to it. But it's, for me, it's whenever you see the Tower, it's very much more shocking than that. It's usually like, whoa, okay, I didn't see that coming. And that's coupled with the King of Wands, right? So the King of Wands, usually a fire sign person. This would be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This is somebody that could be featuring for you in the month of October. It could be somebody that you are meeting. It could be as well, I have to say it could be somebody that that passes suddenly. And because we've got the World card really close to it and the Five of Swords, I feel like this might be a prominent figure. I think it might be somebody on the wider world stage, maybe somebody in politics, maybe a celebrity. This could be somebody that just suddenly, you know, without any warning, just croaks, and we're all like really shocked or sort of left reeling by it. So just something to be aware of. Now, also on a personal level, your King of Wands can be an aspect of you. So this could see you or some aspect of your life thrust into the limelight. Which is why in June, you probably will remember what I said, right? If you're, especially if you're caught on camera with your pants around your ankles, that could be, you know, here in October, you can find, like, you know, you wake up in the morning and suddenly there you are on Instagram. You know, like I'm joking about like 80% joking there, but you see what I mean? Like, this could be some aspect of you that is thrust into the limelight. It could also be as well, one of the other ways that this could play out is that in some respect you are kind of called upon for your opinion or your expertise, and so you're thrust into a position of leadership that you kind of either didn't expect or maybe even didn't even want, but it will require you to be there and to be present regardless. For November, we have the Sun card. Yes. Oh yes, this is great, right? So blessings, light, heat, abundance, surprise moments. Whatever happens in October, remember that not only will it not last, but look at this, it's likely to be some kind of a blessing. Whatever happens in November seems to be highlighting you in some respect. And whatever it is that you're doing or speaking or offering in October, November is a moment where people are going to kind of recognize you for it. So this is great. And it falls here with the Five of Wands. So November is going to be a great month for you. This is likely to be another month of travel for Leos. This could be a time of high sociable energy where you are visiting somewhere else in the world. This could be you going out dancing. It could be you drinking. It could be like all of the above. The Five of Wands coupled with the Sun card is usually like a big celebration or a holiday. This is where you're going out and enjoying yourself. It's high sociable energy. It's fun. It's vibrant. It's flirty. It's happy. It's joyous. It's all of those things. So after the, you know, sort of challenges of September and October, I think November is going to be a welcome break. I think it will be a great month for us, really. And then finally, we end the year on the Star card, right? So this, I think, is where you are going to really come into that understanding of who your people are. More importantly, this is where you're going to be taking stock of who supported you through the year, who's come into your life, who's left your life. December's going to be a month where you really are feeling peaceful and, you know, a lot more chilled and relaxed. And then bam, look at that, you got the Magician card again, right? And this is right on top of that Star card. This kind of says to me that not only do you finish the year on a high, but you finish the year extremely powerfully. This is some message that you have, some recognition for all of your hard work throughout the year. This could be a time where finances peak. This could be a time where your reach or your prominence comes into the fore. This could be a month where you're really seen, where you're really highly revered in some way as well. I mean, 2019 and 2020 were not kind to Leo people. They really weren't, let's face it. But I kind of feel like 2021 is going to be the year that rewrites a lot of that. So this is really exciting to me. I think the other thing as well, when it comes to those of you that have online businesses or work online, or, you know, who doesn't nowadays, but you get my point. I think December 2021 is going to be a power month for you. There's some big sort of meteoric rise that happens here. And, you know, it's in large part down to the people that you supported or worked with or collaborated with, and vice versa. So I love this. So your key to your key to the year. What do you need to know? What does the tarot want to share with you or get across to you? These cards are massive. It is the Eight of Wands, right? So this is a year to communicate. This is a year to network your tushy off. There's going to be a lot of international communication. There's going to be a lot of international interest in what you're doing as well. This could be a year where you are either thrust into the limelight or called upon to teach. This is a year where you could be, learning to teach or going into teaching. This could be a year where, in a lot of ways, you are just recognized for the expertise and the knowledge that you have. Either which way, like I said, I think this is going to be a phenomenal year actually for Leos. And I'm really, really glad to give you all these kinds of messages. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have an amazing 2021. Check in month by month, check in every 6 months, and let me know how it goes for you. I love it when people do that because it's nice to know how how it worked for other people, what kind of spoke to them and what didn't. So with that said, take care and I will see you soon.